What's good, superstars? Back with another So Rare video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob? Oh, I just knocked you out with a baseball bat. Late hit.
This is not like the hockey fights, man, where you grab each other right here and you're just going to start swinging them over.
Guys, if you are new here, do not forget, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post some So Rare content. I'm trying to do one about once a week. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Also, you can become a Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. All you got to do is hit the join button underneath the video. It supports us. It keeps us going, keeps us bringing you that So Rare content that you are hoping for on the weekly basis. I mean, me and Rob have been addicted to this platform. We're going to try and bring a little bit of daily news on, or weekly news on it, and then get into our building of the roster. We do have to do intermittent team assignments during the week, but I feel like we'll do a nice wrap up at the end of every week just to give you guys an idea. What do you think, Rob?
I like that idea. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
If you also want to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, you can follow us there. We have a Discord in the description, and also we have a PO box if you want to send us something. Become a Superstar Hall of Famer. We have amazing VIP members who continue to support us. Thank you guys for all that you do. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no, sorry, it's great too. You know, hockey fantasy is ending soon. So if you're in MLB, the season just started now. We're going into, I think, the fourth week now. Going into the fourth week. But there's a lot to cover. I'm very excited for today's video because we're going to go over what So Rare is doing. And we're learning a lot from So Rare. So why don't we start it off, Joe?
Yeah, so I mean, when we were going to be filming this video, I was like, you know what? Maybe there's not a lot to talk about. And then I went to just the So Rare MLB Twitter.
Yeah.
And there is like incredible amounts of content and stuff for us to talk about and catch up on since last week. So, I mean, I went back as far as March 31st because we didn't last week do too big of a deep dive into their Twitter, but now I'm realizing that there are things that we need to show off. So I'm going to pull up their Twitter right here, and I want to start it off with how they are able to utilize, because they are licensed by the MLB, and obviously the MLBPA is part of it because you have all the player cards and their names and their namesakes in there. They are utilizing some popular players to help advertise the platform. So right here, we've got Julio Rodriguez from the Seattle Mariners picking a team and putting it on his Twitter, right? And then So Rare is doing their thing with them. There's a bunch of other ones that will come up. They're also showing you like even how they make their graphic. They're being very involved with the community. They're trying to share as much as possible. They're coming out with posts after posts after posts. You can tell that they are very invested in what they're doing, right?
That's sick how they actually are showing clips of real images in game and how they just kind of just do that magic wand clip. And that's how they make their cards. That's crazy.
Yeah. So this, I think, was for a promo poster, but same type of deal, right? I mean, this is the opening day again, so we're a little bit behind here, but we're catching up. They also give you the points. Like this keeps you going like, oh, do I have anybody on the leaderboard? It makes you interested. I just love the gamification that we're getting from So Rare, right?
Well, it's fantasy, and we're big fantasy guys. We're very passionate about fantasy. For years and years, we've done it. We've played fantasy. We both run different pools, and we're part of each other's pools. And, man, like bringing that NFT world into the fantasy world and having the ability to actually have some ownership and get your crypto wallets involved, which we'll talk about a little bit later, it's very, very cool. And it's probably going to start a trend. This is a very early trend and maybe a more popular trend to come in the fantasy sports world, and how you might actually start getting dynasty leagues built off of ownership of NFTs.
It's true. I mean, it's crazy how this thing can progress. Obviously, very, very early in this space, and that's why we're bringing it to you guys. We know that you guys watch the channel for the latest and greatest, and we really, really see a bright future for this platform. Just like this guy here, the Luggage Monkey says, I've played dozens of fantasy games spanning decades, won global leagues in different sports, and So Rare Baseball is the most fun I've ever had in fantasy sports. So that's just a testimonial. And by the way, not paid or sponsored by So Rare. This is genuine, like, enjoyment of a platform and of this game that we're playing here, right?
That's right. Yep.
So here was the final results after week one. Adam Duvall was the breadwinner there. I wanted to show you as well. We have Vinny Pasquantino from the Royals also picking his team. Did you pick yours? I want to know. Let us know if you guys are joining the So Rare. It's free, by the way. You do not have to put a penny into this to play. That is the next best part, because there's rewards that you can win without putting money in.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
smart of them. It's smart of them to allow people to play for fun, and then you can win cards by participating every week for that season.
Yeah.
But if you want to be able to participate in some of the I should say the more narrow leagues, in the sense that you're competing maybe against, instead of 10,000 people, you compete against 1,000 people. You have to buy decks, starter decks, and then you can use these cards in order to actually try to win competitions with a little bit less people. The more people there are, it just comes down to probabilities. They're harder to win. But if you start participating in these other leagues where maybe you're only competing against 1,000 people, and it's like buying packs and going to the store and actually buying trading cards, you got to buy packs to give you more cards to be able to compete in a better way. So it's just so much fun when you think about it from that almost like a GM perspective, right? Like you're GMing your fantasy team, right?
Those paid cards, the big thing with them is you get like multiples on top of the points that they actually score. So, but the cool thing is, like, they do have separate leagues where you could enter just your common cards, that you do not need to have any of those paid cards, and you're competing against other people with only common cards. And then there are rewards still for those, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
Here, people, they even have this thing, let's see what you got as a reward. So I think basically every single week, as long as you participate, you're going to get something, it seems like. If it's a card or whatever. But they also have this thread here so people can show off who they got, who they landed as the reward. It's fun because you get to open a card every time. And the weeks aren't full weeks, which Rob and I learned the hard way this week.
Yeah, they're not full weeks. And that's why we're going to talk about that later. You can't forget it's bi-weekly. Yeah. So you got to set your team bi-weekly. We'll come back to that.
And not only are you playing against everybody else, they also have great sense of humor, and they're putting their own neck on the line. Like, Rob and I, we always put our necks on the line for price prediction videos and all that. These guys are putting their own neck on the line, showing you their team and trying to see if you beat them. So they're keeping that involvement as well. So very, very cool to see. And this is one of the biggest things I think that we've read as we were going through here is that
big time
ETH rewards are here now. Now you can win actual ETH by placing in certain categories. So there's different leagues here: limited pro, rare pro, super rare pro, unique pro. I believe that these all require at least one paid card. I think for these four, I could be mistaken, but limited pro is the most accessible and has the most prizes, and up to 100th place. So if you were finishing the top 100, you're gonna get $5 worth of ETH.
Yeah,
crazy.
And first of all, it's like winning money, right? It's like you're competing in a fantasy game, and when you win ETH, you're essentially winning money. And that just changes the stakes of the game. Yeah. So you might have people who are sharks out there at fantasy, very intelligent people when it comes to sports. They will give themselves an incredible advantage. And you can actually just win through skill. If you do your research, you understand, maybe you have certain advantage. You find, you can expose weaknesses in the opposing team. So you're going to pick a player that maybe other GMs won't realize, even though he's not the best player, he has the best chance of hitting a lot of points that day. You can find ways to actually, through skill, win real money, because not only do you win the ETH, you also could win cards that you can actually resell in the marketplace and get back. And they range from all sorts of different prices: $1, $7, $70. I think one's like $250. So
you hold them from season to season, these cards, right? Am I correct? Yeah. So as long as you hold them, you have them, and you can continue to play with them. So, I mean, since it's in its infancy, having some of these young studs might be an actual great play if this platform does turn out to be what it is. And the fact that they've got the MLB players pushing the product, and it's not just one of them. It's not just two guys from they've got multiple players pushing it. And there's more. Like, we want to keep going through it just to show you a little bit more. But obviously here we also have Eloy Jimenez from the White Sox doing his pick. So they're going through the players. I'm sure that this is spreading through the actual league and through the Players Association and all that. I'm sure they're talking about it. They're giving them all jackets. You see he's got the So Rare jacket on. I mean, I think that they know what they're doing, and they're doing a great job of implementing celebrities, right?
We'll talk about marketing, right? This is like the ultimate marketing. You're using the actual players for a fantasy game that has player cards. So you already know that the niche of people who are actually interested in the MLB are going to know who all these players are. They're going to look up to them. They're going to want to be involved in the community. They're going to want to play this game. There's really no better advertising than using actual players to promote the platform. And this is a great marketing scheme they got going on right now. So it's a lot of fun. And you even see them picking. You see these players. If they're playing, I want to play too.
Yeah, exactly. And you know they're going to be invested because they're going to see how they compete with their counterparts, right? Like with their other players in the league. They want to see how they stack up. It'd be cool, like Sorare, if they put a leaderboard just showing MLB players' teams and how you compare to them, because then you can kind of see your idols and how you're doing against them, right?
Yeah, and Jimenez hits bombs. He better have picked himself.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he did.
Did he pick himself?
Yeah, it looks like he did. He's in the bottom left here.
There you go. There you go.
So it's funny though. All these guys always pick themselves.
So the limited cards, I'm just looking here. It's like I found a league here, only 567 players, and you said the top 100 gets points.
Yeah, that's the top 100. So you have the 20% chance of getting $5 of ETH every single time that you play at that point. But look at this. They're also, not only do you have the opportunity to play the free league, they are doing giveaways often. Right now, this is a small platform. It's growing. It's in its infancy. But look at this, limited card giveaways. This gives you that access into those other leagues because now you have the requirement of the one limited card to get into certain leagues. So, and all you have to do is retweet, follow, and sign up. What an easier way. And they were giving away 3 Juan Soto. So not even a slouch.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, they're giving an amazing limited card. Like that card for sure is worth like $100 in the marketplace. Like to get a top player that's a limited card, or as you go rare and you go down, it just gets more and more expensive. But these things are actually worth value because they have true utility. If you take this card, you can use this card in a competitive game that may lead to winning ETH or other cards that are also worth ETH. So you're incentivized to spend because you can actually get a return when you compete. So if you can compete better by getting better cards that get you access to winning these prizes, you're willing to spend. Yeah. So that's incredible. Yeah. That's
you can look at a little bit at the metrics now. Twitter does this for you. 50,000 views, 500 likes. We're going to give it another like, and we are going to retweet it because we want to be in this giveaway. I mean, it's too good to pass up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely want to be in there. And then it just keeps going. Like now Juan Soto is talking to Sorare. Like they just talked about how they're giving away his cards, and now he's also talking to them.
Yeah, very cool.
It's wild.
Genius marketing. Genius.
It is just insane. And it just keeps coming. Now look at this. Now here you got Julio Rodriguez. We showed him a little earlier. They're giving more limited cards away. All you got to do, retweet, like, we're going to do it. We're going to retweet the post.
Let's get us that free card.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, it doesn't stop. You got Juan Soto reminding you to get their soul rares. It's like I was in shock as I was going through this of how many players are involved.
Yeah. Well, that's the key message right there, right?
Yeah.
If they can keep doing this platform should continue to grow. With that kind of firepower behind them on the marketing side, this platform should continue to grow and do well. I kind of don't want it to, though. I'd rather I
want to keep an eye over here at these 9,000 followers. Every week we should just do a little bit of an update, see if it's gaining any steam, and hope, like we're pre 10K. We're pre 10K followers on Twitter, which I think is really early. So that's cool.
That's extremely early.
The soccer one, the football, European football is very, very much larger of a Twitter platform, I believe. Yeah, like 170,000. So they've done some work.
The soccer is doing way more. I mean, it is a wider spread leagues, right? Like that's like whatever, how many leagues they have in soccer. There's so many different leagues. So you have a little bit more of a coverage when it comes to the world population globally. But at least MLB, it's a smaller league. It's very localized here, or US and Canada, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably the reason. But there's a lot of MLB fans. There's millions of them. So there's the growth potential from 9,000 is still huge.
I think they had a little bit more of a runway. I just checked Twitter. It said 2018 is when that one started. Their Twitter. This one says April 2022. So I think they got a little bit to catch up on. But the great part is that they have that roadmap now that's been cemented kind of on the football side. And now they just got to copy and paste. And hopefully what they're doing works. And I think so far everything I've seen is good. The other thing is, like we talked a little bit about marketing, using the players to market their product. Not only are they doing that, they are putting out commercials on TV. Someone in our comments actually said that they saw a Sorare commercial on Apple TV.
Wow.
That's absolutely insane. They have one for the Premier League. They have one for MLB coming back this year. So obviously their first ever commercial for the MLB league, and it's actually insane that they're on TV. Like that's the extent that they're willing to push for this, and that's something you want to see out of a project, right?
Well, I mean, that's real advertising. Again, now they're using the players. On top of that, they're using TV commercials, and you got to remember the 180 or 190,000 on soccer is kind of it's kind of a metric to see how much you can grow in 3 years. Like maybe we can almost use it as a measure, as a reasonable expectation that maybe the MLB So Rare from 9,000 in the next 2 years will also grow to close to 200,000.
Yeah,
with more users means more demand for some of these cards. So that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, it's not going to be a 1-for-1 because that one lived through NFT bull market, whereas this one here came in 2022, kind of in the middle of the bull market, starting on its way down mid-year, right?
yeah.
So it's, if you're looking to actually win these cards and maybe not sell them right away and hold on to them, I see there's some kind of potential that maybe the growth potential is there. You might have, this is multiples, like this is like 10 times, 10 times, 15 times the amount of users compared to what it is right now. Or at least followers on Twitter should equate more users.
I'd love to see the metric between European versus American gamblers, and how if there's more gamblers in the U.S., how that translates, right?
Yeah, it's a form of gambling for sure. But again, you could play this for free. You don't need to necessarily buy anything. You could just compete for fun and play with free cards. But I feel like it does get to the point where you probably want to start actually winning. It's no different than spending $75 or $150 on your fantasy pool per year. Yeah. You're going to enter a fantasy pool. They're not going to let you enter a fantasy pool for free. You're going to play fantasy with a group of friends, 12 guys. We have one league that's like $200, another league's $100. Yeah. It's almost like, okay, for this season, I'm going to put in $100. I'm going to buy whatever cards, whatever packs I can, and that's my limit, and I'm going to see what I can win from that point.
That's a good way to look at it, actually. You're right.
It's fantasy. You're gonna play any fantasy sport. Usually, there's a buy-in. So, yeah. I think a lot of people might start doing the same thing with this.
So let's tell them our rookie mistake, Rob. What happened? What happened this week?
Well, we made a rookie mistake again. We're still very new to this platform, so we set our week 1 up, and everything was going great. And we just assumed that it would auto roll that team into the second week, but it doesn't. It makes you have to set it every single time, and there's no auto set. Yeah. So we actually missed out on week 3 because we did not set the team under the assumption that it was going to set itself. So now we got to set it up for week 4. Week 4 starts tomorrow because it's a Monday to Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
We did well. So that week 2 we did well. We came 1681, I think, out of 4,000 or 5,000, right?
We did really well. We did really well. Tier 2, yeah, we did really well.
So let's see what we ended up getting in a tier 2 reward. Arizona. Okay. Starting pitcher, Zach Gallen. So I'm pretty sure that's a good card.
Okay. All right. I'm not familiar with their pitching guys.
His stats, he had 12 points both times. Oh, look at that. And he had a 1 game, I guess. 47. He has potential for us. So
okay. That's some pretty these starting pitchers, they can get you a lot of points.
Yeah. So it's good that we have him. And I think on my other one I got a starting pitcher as well as my reward. So now we have a bunch of stuff. So I think we got to apply for the minors now, right?
Yeah.
So I guess.
You sure we didn't get a second card? We only got 1 card?
Because we didn't do week 3. So now we have someone else to go with our Blue Jay players.
well, hands down, we're going out. We got to put in our top guy, Alek Manoah, for sure.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
We'll put him in Manoah because he did have a good week for us. We only have one relief pitcher.
Yeah.
We're going to go with Baum.
My boy Baum.
That was a great pickup by you.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just go with Luis again. He has more points there.
Oh, Bellinger. Go Bellinger.
Go Bellinger?
Yeah. Let's give him a chance.
Our extra, I guess we will go with the Garcia, no?
Okay. Let's do it. Yep.
And then should we put in our new guy, Gallen, as our extra?
Something tells me I feel like if you have 2 good outings with starting pitchers, you almost need it. Like, starting pitchers are a bit OP. Like, if you're going to do well in this, I think you need to have 2 starting pitchers because they can get you those 38, 40 points. They just have to have a decent game. I would go with a second pitcher here.
So what do you think? Go with Gallen or Gausman? Gausman had a good game last time. I'm not 100% sure how consistent he will be. The Blue Jays have proven to be kind of up and down this year. Today they ended up doing a huge comeback, actually, a win against the Angels. I'm not too confident if that's who they're playing. Let's see if it gives you some stats here. And it does look like his next game. Ooh, it doesn't show. Oh, maybe Detroit will be the next game that he plays. And if we look at Gallen, his next game might be against the Brewers.
So the thing with Gallen, he actually, I just pulled up his stats. He actually had a really good 2022 season. Yeah. He had 12 wins, only 4 losses. He has a 2.54 ERA over those 16 games, which is amazing for a starting pitcher. I mean, his whip is under 1. So I think Zach Gallen, maybe we diversify. We go with Manoah for the Blue Jays. We go with Gallen just to get 2 different teams and average it out in case something happens.
Whoa. I think I just quit it by accident.
That's okay.
All right. So we'll put it back in. You guys will see it. Like you said, we're still learning about it. Bellinger. Then we had Garcia and Gallen.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's go with that.
All right. So we're in for the minors. I do not think we have enough players to get into the training still, but we can see. Let's see if it'll fill up. No, we don't have an extra relief pitcher, so automatically we cannot do the training.
Yeah.
So we're in. There's 9,000 people in already so far.
Yep.
Going into tomorrow, so hopefully we do well. You guys all saw it. Would you have done anything different than we did? Let us know.
Yeah, we got to keep playing. We got to start winning more cards, more common cards, and when we're ready, we might have to put in buy some packs, right?
Yeah, I think once we get more players, then the decisions will start to happen where you got to look at the games played and all that stuff, right?
Well, it's like you can only do so much with the players you have. They do this on purpose. They limit you with only a certain amount of players, and it gets to a point where you just need more players to get a competitive advantage. And and if you really want to buy specific players, you can go. I'm just going to pull up my screen very quick.
Yeah.
Right. You can go just buy and sell tab right here. Mm-hmm. There's an auction for cards. So if you really, really want to start targeting players, remember we're talking about it's Adolis Garcia, not Luis Garcia, but you can start purchasing cards in the marketplace to help give you specific a specific advantage. So we have Manoah. Someone's trying to sell his card here for 0.011 Ethereum, which is 2044, and there are people bidding on it. You can see from 650 to 2044. Mm-hmm. So you can either spend $8 on a pack or whatever it is. Actually, we should check here. I think the packs are under the home button here. Where are the packs?
Buy and sell.
Under buy and sell. Let's see. Yeah. Starter packs. Here they are right here. Wow, look at that. 70. But these are buying packs of like teams that did really well last time. I think I saw starter packs. There's just a random 7. So you can do that as well if you don't want to buy one specific one. So it's very cool. We're going to keep playing with it, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited. So let us know exactly if you guys are playing, how you've been doing. Have you missed a week like us because you forgot that the week ends in the middle of the week? And let us know maybe what are the cards that you guys have been pulling as rewards. Have you bought any limited cards? Really curious to hear your guys' stories.
Yeah, let us know below. You saw us pick our team. If you guys are involved too, you want to share with us who your team is, you can let us below. How have you been ranking? I mean, I think we've been ranking pretty good. We've been ranking like 1,600, 2,000 out of 10,000 each game. But we haven't been able to crack under 1,000 yet. Have you been able to do yet? Have any of you won that are watching today? And if you're not involved in Sorare, if after watching this video, are you interested in being involved in Sorare? And if you are going to do that, let us know below. Again, we have no affiliation with them. We just really enjoy fantasy sports, and we want to get involved because of our connection to the NFT space. Guys, if you haven't already, do not forget, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam, hit the bell notification button to get every single video, every single day. We keep it coming. Also, Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Get access to our spreadsheets, get access to our buys and sells, get access to our giveaways. We give away a start in the universe every single month. If you like that, it's through starnaming.com. Thank you guys all so much for your support. Take care. We love you. Bye-bye.
Love you.